Let's get into it. Coach Colin here. Now, this is what I like to see from Trump. Now, all we need, okay, right now, let me just switch over. He's hiring Tulsi Gabbard to help him prepare for the debate with Kamala Harris. Tulsi already dominated Kamala Harris in their debate. Tulsi was the absolute reason why Kamala Harris had to drop out of that presidential race. She just completely exposed her for what she is, somebody who is used to being in the seat of an authoritarian, putting people in jail with the swipe, her quote, with the swipe of a pen. That's exactly what she said. Now, all we need is for Trump to start hiring. He really, in his campaign, for the social media campaign, he has to hire someone like the Hodge twins, conservative twins, whatever they call themselves now. He has to hire someone like Officer Tatum. He should really start getting these people on board with his campaign, not just making their own videos on their own channels, but actually having them like, what would you say? Like, what would you do with this whole thing? That really needs to start happening. I don't know who's working his campaign. It's not that it's bad. It's just you should embrace the people who already love you. Like, he already has a bunch of people. You know what I mean? And, you know, I mentioned those names. You know, I throw myself in there a little bit. Got to be honest with you. I would definitely love to be able to help out President Trump become the next president, you know, because I want to see things go in the right direction, honestly. You know, I keep talking about, I'm going to play these clips just talking about Kamala Harris and Tulsi Gabbard and you know, Donald Trump hiring Tulsi and going against Kamala in the debates and everything. But to really see someone who is a confirmed Marxist with all of this Marxist language, and just so you know, language leads to action, and to have someone like Tim Walz, who is a confirmed socialist, who, quote, said, one person, this is the quote, "Don't let anyone back you down from our progressive and socialist nature. One person's socialism is another person's good neighborliness." In my mind, to have those two possibly be president and vice president is unacceptable. Just unacceptable. But anyway, let's get into the episode. Let's play this clip first.
Trump landed a one-punch knockout with Biden.
Of course I have it that fast. Let's get into it.
And he's looking to do it again with Kamala. The first debate, scheduled for September, Trump agreed to 3. Kamala so far has only agreed to 1. And here's how they're prepping. Kamala's doing her debate prep at Howard University with the same method actor Hillary used in 2016. It's a guy with a long tie who interrupts her constantly. Trump's not using method actors. He's bringing in Tulsi Gabbard, who single-handedly ended Kamala's presidential run in 2019, remember?
She put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. And she fought to keep cash bail system in place that impacts poor people in the worst kind of way.
Trump debate prep specialist and former 2020 presidential candidate, Tulsi Gabbard. All right, so Tulsi, you really zeroed in on Kamala Harris. What was it about Kamala that opened you up for that kind of attack?
Really, Jesse, it was exposing her for her hypocrisy. She is a typical politician who will say one thing and do another. Rules for thee, but not for me. And that's a reflection of exactly how she is going through this debate prep. She's got her pollsters surrounding her. They're telling her word for word exactly the things that she needs to say, the lines she needs to memorize so that she can act and put on a big show in this debate. And it's such a huge contrast. You know, you saw once she was confronted and challenged a little bit on her hypocrisy, she didn't respond very well. And I think that points to the big contrast that the American people will see in this upcoming debate. President Trump is real. He is not a politician by any means. I don't think we want another typical politician who is choosing their every word very carefully. He's a real person, a strong leader, a strong debater who has strong views on issues. And you don't have to guess where he stands on those issues, and you don't have to guess about what he will do because he's got 4 years of a record to stand on of success.
So that's what happened with Biden. They spent a week at Camp David pumping him full of memorized lines in between lasagna runs, and he couldn't keep it together. He couldn't memorize it, and then he couldn't deliver it, and he fell apart. Trump just boom, boom, fell apart. You're saying Kamala Harris is similar? They're basically phony hypocrites who have to memorize things in order to get by because they can't be honest with what they believe. So Trump just has to come out, as you did, hit her square between the eyes and she crumbles?
Yeah, you know, President Trump has shown through 2016, 2020, 2024 with his debate with Joe Biden, he's a phenomenal debater. He knows his record. He knows the issues. If I can be helpful anywhere, it is sharing the tricks that Kamala Harris will try to use to lie to the American people and try to make them forget what her true radical record is. You know, we just saw she laid out her big economic plan, and it was a very memorized speech. The moment she was challenged by a reporter, she said, "It's a mistake for you to ask me what it costs. Don't ask me what this is going to cost." This is what we will see more of from Kamala Harris.
It's a mistake to ask me what it costs.
That's a real quote from her. It's a mistake, obviously, because she doesn't know. She has no idea how much it's going to cost. She doesn't know that it's going to drive up inflation, her whole economic plan. She has no idea. She probably doesn't even know Venezuela and Cuba and all these socialist, communist nations actually tried this out, and it absolutely desecrated their economy. She probably doesn't even know, honestly. But I like what I'm hearing. The funniest part of that whole thing is that Kamala Harris is going to Howard University, historical black college, and that's where she's going to learn how to be black. She's going to walk into that debate wearing a do-rag. She's going to have jeans on. They're going to be sagging. She's going to be like, "What up, yo? Hip hop." She's going to start dancing. She's going to start dancing like that lady, the Australian breakdance lady. She's going to be like, "Ha, ha, ha. You ain't got nothing on me, Trump. Ha, hip hop. I'm black." Trump's going to be like, "What the f-?" He's going to be like, "And now she's black. She's dancing, hip hop dancing, like the lady from Australia. She dances like a white lady from Australia. She's Indian and now she's black." I can't wait. I can't wait. She's going to walk in there. She's going to be dressed like Malcolm X. She's going to have glasses on. She's going to be like, "Listen, my brothers and sisters, I have come far, far away from a place that is very impoverished. And I say, we going to be free at last, free at last." God almighty, free at last. Fox audience, all white, just silent, just like, "Oh, y'all racist. Is y'all racist? Trying to hold a black man down?" That's what it's going to be. I can't wait. But honestly, what's going to happen with Trump? I think Tulsi, again, you know, Trump likes to go off script. Yeah, and that's where he shines. And that's what you should be able to do. I think the whole thing should be off script, honestly. I mean, when I do this, I'm off. There's no script. I have no script. So I know what he likes about doing it like this. It's way better and it's way more honest. You actually say what you think. But I think Tulsi will be able to polish him a little bit. And also give him a little more sticking to the record. Because he can talk about his record all day, and everyone gets that, and everyone remembers, and the people who vote for him really remember, you know? But if he can stick to her record and what she's done, Tulsi had what she had done just as a prosecutor, okay? And that's bad enough. I mean, the dude who was in jail for 6.5 years because of Kamala Harris for a crime he didn't commit gets released. And listen, a lot of people like the number, but I say he only got 13 million for being wrongly incarcerated for 6.5 years. And she even tried to stop that money from getting to him. Okay? Not just him, just everybody. She's like, anybody who was wrongly convicted that gets out, she didn't want anybody to get any money. It's crazy. That's bad enough. Now Trump also has the record of her as a vice president to focus on. She's done nothing. And that's not an exaggeration. Okay? It's not. She's done nothing. She's stayed very quiet. She's just been behind Biden. You know, whatever he wants to do, he's sharp as a tack. You know, tucking him into bed at 4:30 p.m. You know, just things that you do as a vice president. But if Trump could just focus there and just focus on the border, just forget about what he did for the border. Focus on what they did to the border. If he can just do that, it'll be smooth sailing. And good God, if they get a debate going the way debates used to be, and they're just microphone and walking back and forth, it's over. There's no chance. And believe you me, I've already done episodes on this. I've talked about this in terms of the polling. Not much has changed in the polls since Kamala has been, installed and Biden stepped away. Not much has changed in Trump's numbers. They're making it seem like there's this huge surge for Kamala, but there's really not. And I think any debate that they have, if it's the way the debates are supposed to be, he's going to blow her out of the water. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. Or maybe he should just do exactly what Kamala did and just send Tulsi in. Tulsi just walks up. Hey, you ready to debate? Hey, I didn't agree to this. Oh, what's the big deal? What, are you scared? Are you scared? Oh, that's weird. You're being weird. You're scared. But yeah, honestly, I can't wait to see this. Solid move by Trump. Solid move by Trump. I can't wait to see what happens in this debate. Apparently, as of today, I might have heard it last night, but I think Kamala has backed out of the Fox debate. Kamala Harris backs. I wasn't going to talk about this off script. That's how it goes. Backs out of Fox debate. I think that just happened. Not sure. Yeah, Trump gripes. Kamala Harris refuses to accept Fox debate. Yep. So she has refused to accept the Fox debate. Because you know what Fox is going to do? Fox is going to be like, let's do it like we've always done it. We're going to have an audience. There's going to be two people. They're going to ask questions. You're both going to have microphones. Why wouldn't you do it like this? And Kamala's like, I don't think so. You should be treating me like I'm 95 years old, just like Joe Biden. And if you don't, it's racist, okay? But also, I'm overqualified for this position. So yeah, she's backed out. I want to read a little more of this, but there's not much to it. She just hasn't accepted. Trump wants to do 3 debates all in September. I think that's is that a bit much? What do you think about that? I feel like that's crazy. You're basically having a debate every week. Like, what is there actually to talk about after the first one? Trump's quote was, Comrade Kamala Harris has just informed us that she will not do the Fox debate on September 4th. Trump wrote on Truth Social. I am not surprised by this development because I feel that she knows it is very difficult at best for her to defend her record, setting flip-flopping on absolutely everything she once believed in. The former president continues claiming she has changed her tune on issues like fracking and the border crisis. Oh yeah, like Kamala said, she is an empty suit. She really is just empty. There's nothing to her. And that people are sitting back trying to act like, she's like she's something for the black people is so gross. At least with Obama, you could kind of believe it because he wasn't just a vice president doing nothing. That was just the most unfavorable, disliked vice president ever. And then he steps up and says, hey, I'm going to do this. He just came out of nowhere. So people are like, oh, okay. They're like, what school did he went to? Harvard. Oh, okay. Law? Whoa, okay. It was something. It was a little easier to trick people. But Kamala Harris, it's like she's been here the whole time. She's like, hello, I'm Indian. And then she sat back for 3 years. And she's like, hello, everybody. You remember me? I'm black. So I just want to let you guys know. And everybody's like, hold on a second. What the fuck? What did she just say? Did she just say she's black? I thought she was Indian. And she's like, no, I never said that. And there's recordings of her like, I'm the first Indian. It's like, what's going on here? Man, at least Elizabeth Warren had a little bit of native in her when she did it, you know? I don't know, man. And she could be half black. She could be. Listen, if there's black people in the world who don't even consider me black because of my political stances and the way I talk and, you know, where I grew up. So what? She's considered black? She grew up in Montreal with a bunch of Indian people? Like, you're not black. If I'm not black, she's not black. That's how that goes. Okay? If I'm whitewashed, she's white drenched. Oh man, but yeah, she did back out of that debate. Who knows what happens with the other ones? You know, Donald Trump's going through a lot when it comes to these debates, man, because he is trying his damnedest to get these debates going. And every single time, at least with Biden, the whole thing has just been, you're going to do it exactly our way. We want you to have a microphone that mutes at the press of a button. We want you to stand in one spot. You can't move. You can't say anything past the answer of the question. They're trying to find any way to just block off all of his strong suits. And he's still like, okay, let's do it. And now you have somebody who apparently has all their cognitive abilities in place. She's 90 years younger than Joe Biden. But for some reason, she wants the exact same treatment as Joe Biden. I find it very interesting. But that is a development. I just figured I'd throw this in at the end. Just impromptu. Sorry about that. Just figured I'd find this. But we'll see what happens with the rest of the debates because, you know, I guess Kamala's the one that's scared now. Oh, we had just a second ago, Al Sharpton was like, Donald Trump is very afraid to debate Kamala. Kamala is very studious and she's overqualified for president. Okay. And all the black people should know this. And Donald Trump is very afraid of her. That is a borderline racist impression. Thank God I'm black. Anyways, guys. Like, subscribe, turn on the notifications. Other than that, I'm out.